and welcome back to SallyHughesBeauty.com. I am so excited for many reasons. I'm in New York City, which is one of my favourite places in the world. I'm in a house full of dogs, which is one of my best things in the world. And I have wanted to do a video with a dermatologist for ages. And the reason I've wanted to do that, in particular a dermatologist with his or her own line, is because we have seen in the past couple of years that this is the kind of biggest growth area, and certainly the area that has viewers and readers with the most enthusiasm for skincare, with doctors' lines. And I thought the perfect person to talk to would be the founders of one of my favourite doctors' lines, products that I use myself all the time, as you will have seen from my social media posts. It's Dr. Dennis Gross and his wife Carrie Gross, who runs the business with him. Hello.
Hi, Sally.
What goes on here? We are in the kitchen, so typically we go into the bathroom, but you say this is where the magic happens, right?
So for Dennis and I have been married for almost 25 years, and thank you. And a lot of the creativity in our brand and how it even came to be happened sitting around the kitchen table. And so I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not an esthetician, but this is where Derm 101 has happened for me, and he's taught me so much, and he has this way of making very, very technical, scientific concepts easy to understand. I grew up in California. I spent a lot of time riding my bike on the beach, playing tennis, and I had a lot of sun damage. And so when Dennis and I first met, I had actually just come back from spending the weekend at a spa, having facials, and we went out on a date, and I said to him, so let me ask you a question. And I laid out, the treatments that I had, and I said, is this gonna help me?
So what are we talking about here? You have pigmentation issues, or
I had fine lines and wrinkles. I had spots. I had, just like laxity, because the sun is, everyone knows how damaging the sun can be. What Dennis told me after we spoke about the products that I've been using and the products that I was buying, he said, well, those are going to be great for moisture, but that's it.
To this day, one of my most important points I make to patients is that moisturizing is really important, but it's not anti-aging, right? It doesn't really do much for collagen or firming the skin. It's great for radiance. It's very important for health of the skin. It does make the skin more beautiful, but there's more to it, and there's definitely the case. It was definitely, at the time she's referring to, there wasn't much more. It was all about moisturizing in the 90s.
So at this point you're practicing, you have no product line. Had you considered a product line at this point? Right. Because there was a real kind of explosion in dermatology lines at one point with everything coming out.
I was a skin cancer researcher. I have a very, very strong interest in science, and even becoming a dermatologist was a big part of why I went to dermatology, was skin cancer research. And it really did begin by looking at labels and thinking there's so much more to do. There's a greater opportunity to make chemistry work on the skin. I took a lot of things I learned in the laboratory and put them to play. And I developed products for my patients. I had a townhouse, and we were mixing things in the office specifically for patients. They would come for a treatment. They would get a product to take home and work on it for a month.
It all started with the alpha beta peel, which you formulated.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the peel. That's right.
So that's where it began. So
that's right.
You had an enthusiasm for peels from the off. You
Absolutely.
knew where to start there.
Right.
So the alpha beta peel was created. Remember Samantha Sex in the City?
Yep.
And her face is, with the beef carpaccio face?
Yeah.
So women were walking, and men were walking into Dennis's practice saying, help me, doctor, look at my skin. What happened? I've destroyed my skin. And Dennis,
post-procedure, they were
coming for corrective treatments. And so Dennis loves acids. He thinks the skin loves acids. The skin is acidic. And so he mixed up this alpha beta peel, which he can tell you the whole thought process. And literally, you could not get an appointment in his office. It was word of mouth. Women walk. It was the first lunchtime peel, and you could walk out of Dennis's office and go to a job interview, an important meeting, a date, get married, go to a black tie, go to the gala at the Met, and word just organically spread, and I was pregnant and I wanted to get my peel before I delivered my children because everyone's coming to visit and taking pictures, and I couldn't get down to his office, and I called him and I said, bring the peel home. And that night he brought the peel home, and I was getting my peel in my bedroom, and I just had this light bulb moment, and I said, I'm going to start a peel business. And we started off as a peel business. It was the Alpha Beta peel, and it was this beautiful, you know, compact.
It's amazing how many life-changing decisions are made when you're pregnant, don't you think?
Right.
You're getting stuff done, aren't you?
Yeah.
When you're pregnant?
Yeah.
He comes home from work, and you effectively say, honey, we're in the peel business now. I want a product.
Well, we did. So we packaged the peel, and we started to, you know, test the concept in his office, and it was like, you know, we were literally like putting our handmade labels on the peels, and there was such demand, and a lot of estheticians would come to Dennis, and so we designed a kit for the estheticians, not as strong as what he does in his office, but at the same concept, and then we did the home kit. And it just grew, word of mouth, organic, you know, just everybody chatting about it. And then soon thereafter, we started working with Sephora and some other retailers. Space NK has been a partner of us for many years. And we've got, I mean, around the world now, there's someone peeling probably at like every 1 minute and 45 seconds.
I don't believe in traumatizing the skin. I don't believe in causing redness or downtime. You know, there's no, as I said, there's no other organ in the body that doctors or anyone recommend injuring for the sake of having it come back stronger and better. It makes no sense. Skin is exactly the same way. So the results have to be achieved by keeping the skin in balance the whole time. That's really what my mantra was. And that's the challenge, to get great results and cause no downtime. And that's why the peel, for example, the breakthrough is that it's 2 steps. And to this day, it's really the only 2-step peel we have. I have a patent on that. But that was the key. Because when you come to the doctor's office, when the peels have been done for decades, it's always multiple steps. It's not just putting something on and saying goodbye. That's the end of the peel. So it's the difference between a product and a treatment. And when you do that, when you have 2 steps and you're allowed to put the acids on, second step, after 2 minutes, neutralizes it, shuts it down so it's dummy proof, can't do any harm. And then when you start to bring younger skin to the surface, the second step also has anti-aging ingredients because the skin is avidly hungry for all those great ingredients, and it makes the skin more beautiful and radiant. So it's really no downtime and incredible results.
So as we started our brand in the peel business, it was all about complexion, and the benefits are, there's so many, like pores and discoloration, texture, but then we then became a brand, a real brand, and we went after, you know, correcting issues with the neck, and we've been focused on the eye, and we've focused on pores, and we've focused on all other concerns specifically. So because Dennis has this incredible perspective that comes, I think, from a lot of real life stuff at home, but from his practice and what women are feeling and men are feeling and how they're feeling about their skin and what they want. So it's a really nice ability for us to build something very meaningful, but it's, again, always never throwing the skin off balance, but and easy and simple to use, not complicated.
And how are you finding, as primarily a medical business, you have a surgery, you know, people are coming for medical treatments from you for their skin. How are you finding that those sorts of procedures are changing because people are looking after their skin better at home? Do you see like a knock-on effect of what people want? Do they need less invasive things? I ask because I was on the radio recently talking about, I was asked to go on and talk about the rise in non-invasive and injectables. And of course I was asked to talk about it as, oh, this is such a bad thing, everyone's having all this stuff. But I had to point out that literally nobody has facelifts anymore.
That's a good point.
It's like the major stuff seems to have all but disappeared, other than for people who've already had it and are topping up or whatever.
Agreed.
But the number of new patients getting major surgery in Britain is down.
Here too.
So have you found that there's been a knock-on effect of good skincare?
No question. You don't need, if you start early enough and you really are diligent, you can do non-invasive treatments early on to prevent and treat, and no one really wants surgery. The other thing is, everyone wants, I'm finding that people want to continue to look like themselves. We're getting over an era now where people look huge and done and unnatural. So people have the opportunity to look themselves at the same time seeing beautiful results. And I think that there's a great complement between what we do in the office and what you can do at home. But I also tell people that no matter what you do in the doctor's office, whether it's a non-invasive procedure or if you get a facelift, it just resets the clock. You always have to do something at home every day. In fact, twice a day.
It would be like going and spending a few $100s for a facial treatment and then buying, products at the drugstore that are going to set you back. It's like protecting your investment. So even if it's a non-invasive, like a facial or a peel or a laser treatment, you want to protect your investment.
You want cleansing, you want moisturizing, you want the peel, then you need serums, and you need a specific product for the eyes and one for the neck, okay? That's the overarching formula that you need. Then, the other key thing is there's certain great ingredients, and my job has been to find these ingredients and then to make them work better, to use science to manipulate them, to keep them gentle but even more effective. So the key ingredients, alpha and beta hydroxy acids, number one. Vitamin C is brilliant.
Vitamin C is the most effective ingredient on my skin.
Ounce per ounce, no question.
Yeah.
It is the only ingredient that protects collagen, stimulates collagen, and brightens the skin.
Yeah,
incredible. But the key thing there, I can talk a little science here, is you have to make it work in the water and lipid part of skin, and that's why our products are so effective, because I found a way to actually create formulas that are not just in the water or the lipid part of skin. You need both. You need to fight free radicals everywhere. Then there's retinol. Retinol is fantastic. I call it the master of surface imperfections. Mm-hmm. It's a bit harsh, so my job was to find a way so that all skin types can use it, never cause any redness, no dryness, and so combining with the ferulic acid, a great antioxidant, makes it gentle and also makes it more effective. I love hyaluronic acid, another great ingredient that hydrates the skin from within. And then you have moisturizing ingredients that are also really important. And so you have, that's the category of ingredients. Put them together in products, and that's when the magic happens.
How many patients typically would you see in a day?
In a day, gosh, I could see as many as 30 patients, but most of the time, I like to keep my practice rather exclusive and not crazy busy, because I don't want to be rushed. So I work a lot of hours, it turns out. So I'll see a patient every 20 or 30 minutes.
But you're never under each other's feet. So you're in one office, he's over there. How does the dynamic work, working together as a married couple?
So Dennis formulates every single one of our products from the ground up. He chooses every ingredient. He does all of our product development with my product development team. And then, my expertise is more in like the marketing and the sales, and I love to visit with clients, so I do a lot of events. And then we interface a little bit over the P&L and the financials. But we've had our brand since 2000, and I've got an amazing team. I've got some of my team members have been with me for 12 years, and so we've just got a really great, well-oiled sort of machine.
And I personally, I like to seeing patients. I like the science. I love doing interviews and teaching. The business part, not my job, not what I like. That's not what I do. I remember it was in this kitchen that I thought about. There was actually sun coming into that window, and we were thinking about developing, something a self-tanning product. And I just never liked self-tanners onto themselves, and I had this idea that no one really thought to use vitamin D in a self-tanning product. And it was in this kitchen that the Glow Pad was born, just by thinking that this is a product that's called a sun vitamin. It gives skin radiance and it's an antioxidant. And lo and behold, it was a breakthrough for the category.
And so it was a big topic about health. Like Dennis is inspired by all of the things that we're thinking about, whether it's supplements specifically or anything that's happening with the environment and how it might have adverse effects on our skin. So he's always getting inspiration from current events and what's on our mind in terms of like health and wellness as a whole. He will deliver a very meaningful dose of an active ingredient to treat the skin in a clinical way, and then he softens it with chamomile and green tea and ferulic acid and all these antioxidants. And so for me, that's like the story that I tell. I mean, that's why our peels are so genius. That's why you can take that meaningful dose of acids, because he loaded it, in a very thoughtful way with all of the like soothing.
A sugar to make medicine go down.
Yeah. So it's just very doctorly in his particular way.
Aside from your role within the business, you just love beauty and you love your products. I mean, it's a passion for you, right?
Very much so.
And we're going to go and have a look in a sec. I actually cannot wait to show you this next bit. We're going to go and look at all the products. But you are a real hoarder of products. You want to know what everyone else is doing. You want to know what's going on.
Yeah, and then I like to talk about it. So when I go out to dinner with my girlfriends, they're like, oh no, I'm going to leave this table spending money because I tell everybody about everything. I tell them about Dennis, and then here, you have to try this, and you got to try that. And I was in London, and I saw this, and you've got to. So I'm highly engaged in the category.
So you heard the woman. What we're going to do now is we're going to go along to the corridor, and when we come back, well, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but we will see an orgy of riches in product. Super exciting as we look inside Carrie Gross's skincare and makeup stash. What do you call it, Carrie? It's such a how did you put it earlier?
Well, it's my closet, but it's kind of my beauty pantry.
Beauty pantry, come on! I'm so into this notion of a beauty pantry. Wait till you see it. Here we go.
Okay,
unveil.
Here we go. Okay.
Ah! Okay.
So I don't know quite where to begin, but I've got a lot of products. I love makeup. I'm not terribly good at applying it, but I buy it incessantly, and one of these days I'm going to figure it out. But I have my steamers, and I have a lot of devices that I've tried over the years, and this is my device graveyard. So
there's
I'm a
so much to
tri-sumer.
Okay. Right.
I'm a tri-sumer.
So you love to test and try.
Absolutely everything. I think it's my job.
Yeah.
I mean, I need to. So whether it's hair, body, hair, you probably recognize Christopher Robin. I got that at Space NK. This is another brand that I found in California. That is a hair brand that I am completely obsessed with. It is my absolute favorite.
So what's your hair type? What are you looking for in hair care?
So I have fine hair, and I have to make sure that I'm strengthening it, and I color treat my hair. So I've got my wow and all of my like root touch-ups. I get my hair colored every 3 weeks.
Who does your hair, please?
I go to AKS. It's a beautiful salon on 54th Street and 5th Avenue. I go to Josh Wood when I'm in London.
Okay.
I really like to use very natural products to nourish my scalp. Dennis has taught me a lot. We have to start with the scalp if we want to have really strong hair. So this is all about, you can see this is a scalp treatment that's got like the image of a plant, and that's really like the roots of your hair.
So are you someone who doesn't like a lot of sulfates and that sort of? Yeah. Okay.
Zero.
Okay.
This is a nail brand that I'm obsessed with. This polish is literally bulletproof. You can polish your nails and probably not have to have, like, you want to refresh your manicure, but it'll last for like 7 days. 7 to 10 days. Unbelievable.
I'm a forager. I apologize.
Go
now.
touch.
I will start. Okay. I don't know this brand, and this is annoying to me, so I need to look into this.
Okay, so I'm going to send you a few products. I can like get a little bag and you can shop. And then I travel a lot, so I have, and I like to mix my toothpastes, and so I have like different flavors, and I'm always ready to go.
Do you love a mini? I love a mini.
I do. Look at my stash here. It's like all my minis.
It's satisfying, isn't it, to be able to like pick them at
out like sweets.
Yeah,
to pack
it's
them up.
really great. So, and then I wear contacts, and so I have a lot of products that I try for eyes, especially when you're on an airplane and you get, your eyes dry out. So that's my eye area. My bags are packed at all times.
So do you just kind of pull one out if you have to rush for a plane or something?
Yes.
You pull one out and you're done.
Exactly. And then when I travel and I'm working with retail partners or spa partners, I always want to ask, like, tell me what's going on. What are your clients responding to, and what's new? And so I recently was in Australia and I found some amazing formulas that were created with the girls. That everybody wants to be in the kitchen, and we love to get ideas from our retail partners, and they contribute, and they feel like they're a part of the product development process. It's wonderful. So this was actually a shade that was made for us, the Australian skin types, and it was perfect for me.
I like that product.
Yeah, and it's got a brush, and the way they sold it to me was they said, this is what you can, when you're in a rush and you're trying to put your makeup on and you're driving down the freeway. I'm like, okay. So
do you know what you would love then? If you love that, you would love the Troy Surratt one.
Oh, he's actually, I know him and his business partner rather well. He came from Kevin Aquan.
He did.
Yeah.
So his version, which is kind of similar to that, is so good. I love it.
I'll try it. And this is kind of light. And then this Hourglass, and I love Carissa's formulas, is a heavier coverage. And then this is my latest obsession. Do you have these?
Yes. So these are the Hourglass Confession lipsticks, and they're refillable, so you get this kind of beautiful.
This one's my favorite at night.
So you're a proper lipstick woman. You're not.
Yes.
Yeah. I have no time.
I'm
for
obsessed. It's probably one things. I think it was my mom. Like growing up, my mom was always very natural, like moisturizer, and she never colored her hair, but she always had a gorgeous lip. And I just remember like kissing her goodbye in the morning, going to school with, and she was just like, I don't know, it's
just a pleasure, I think, putting it on. It feels like such a feminine thing.
You almost don't even need a liner because it really is so easy, and it's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
So would you wear makeup every day?
I don't because I'm in skincare, I don't think it's appropriate for me to walk around with a heavy
You want to be able to see
face.
skin.
Yeah. But I love a lip and I love a brow. So I love my Anastasia. I like to have a concealer so I can have touch up, but not have just like a very heavy coverage.
Are you somebody who would go out for some milk without anything, or would you always have a little bit of something?
Okay, so this is the New York life, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I walk my dog at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I bump into 5 people in the courtyard. Okay, Piper had diarrhea the other day, and I take her down at 2 in the morning, and it's like, oh my God. So I think about that. I think about it like I would never put lipstick on at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I do because I bump into, there's mothers from, all the kids' schools, and I'm always seeing somebody everywhere I go. So lip is really important. And so are brows.
So is that your thing?
So are brows.
Okay, so lip and brow is your desert island.
I feel like if you don't have your brows on, you kind of look like You
do have a good brow. You have a good shape.
I like to I just have to fill them in a little bit. So I think that's really important.
So this is your thing, brow and lip. Everyone has a thing.
So yeah, maybe a little liner. I like my lip liners and my eyeliners.
We're not even out of this amazing area now. So hold your horses.
Okay.
So we have amazing lips. You've got lots more lip here.
I do, but I have to tell you honestly, they're probably all the same color.
Right. So what's your color? This kind of deep red?
Yeah, it's almost like a Bordeaux, and I dress in it too because I feel like it's good for me. It's just makes me feel happy and vibrant.
What is it with women though? Every woman has something she buys over and over and over again from 100 different brands.
Yeah.
So with me, concealer, I have 1 million concealers.
Yeah, I have quite
I'm
a
always
few also.
searching.
What's your favorite?
Oh God, it changes all the time. I'm wearing a Chanel one today. I really love the Clarins Instant Concealer. I love that. But I'm constantly on a quest. I like Dior Star.
Right. Have you tried any of the Givenchy products?
Yes.
They're so beautiful. So I've got concealers from them. I have Hourglass concealers. I have, now, do I say this right? Elias Faust.
Yes.
I love these because he's got 12 shades or 17 shades.
But they're nicely chosen and curated, aren't they?
Yeah, and you need different colors, I think, for different areas of the face. So, you know, if it's around
if you like Givenchy, you would love the Couture Balm, which is like more than a tinted moisturizer, less than a foundation. It's so good. It's a bit like this.
I'm going to show you something that I found. I found this in California. Now it's in New York. It's called Gressa. So this is a serum foundation, but it's if you dab it, it's a great concealer, and it's so hydrating, and it's treatment built in.
Let's go. I'm always interested in concealer. Nice texture.
Isn't that beautiful?
Do you think you would ever go into color, or do you just like being a skin specialist as a brand?
I mean, I
know you have a bit of a tint.
Yeah,
product.
I don't think we would go into color, but I think we would go into lip, just personally. That's my hope. And I think that doing treatment foundations or treatment concealers, like for the eye area, something
like
that is
hybrid.
A little bit of bridge product.
Oh my god! Okay, so these are my favorite false eyelashes. So I only now wear these when I wear falsies because they're so easy. So they're like little clusters of 3.
Yeah.
And you can just plonk them on like
They're
zero
pretty
patience.
easy. I
they're
agree.
so good.
So I have to tell you, I was succumbed to peer pressure, and I put the lashes on. Okay, I did it in London with Carolyn Hirons, and she's like, "You have to do. Make an appointment for me. I'm going." And I loved it, and I came home to New York, and I did it again, and I did it a third time, and then my eyes started to have a reaction to it. And I think that from what I understand, like the immunology, like you know, your skin, your lashes reject the glue after a couple of times, and so I had irritation, and a few lashes fell out. So now I'm back to this.
But they're so easy.
Old school, easy, and I'm also really into these formulas that you can get to build lashes because they really work.
The ones in America do. So the ones we have in Britain don't work as well, in my opinion, because of different drug regulations. So up here we have like a real cross-section of brands again. So what's this? Blush and shadow?
So this is all of my palettes. I love different palettes. Look at this one.
I have that one. It's so pretty.
Isn't it
Yeah.
pretty? And then I have just like the larger, the Nakeds and the Too Faces and the Urban Decay. There's Tarte. There's a Color Pop. I have some from Charlotte Tilbury. I even have, there was a darling patient of Dennis's that started a brand, and she sent me this, and it's just got so many different.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's
nice
with a little tutorial. And I also, I mean, I go high and low. So this is NYX, and this is, they have really nice
They really do. They really do.
It's great. Some of them aren't even opened yet. So,
are you the kind of person who some days you just want to buy a little bit of makeup to cheer yourself up? Do you still get a thrill when you buy a nice lipstick or something?
Oh my God, yes. And I love the way that the compacts look, so that makes me happy.
So this is some ambient powder, presumably.
Yes, and I always love this one. This is I love bronzers because I'm not somebody that likes like a pink cheek. So this is one of my favorites, Park Avenue Princess.
So you would just do a bronzer and no blush?
I like bronzers and a little bit of contouring. I do have blushes because sometimes you need like a little more pink, but I'm not one of those pink cheek girls. I'm really terrible about washing my brushes. I'm just naughty.
But you know what? If it's your face, it's different if you're a professional and you're using your brushes on loads of different people all the time. But if it's just your face and you don't break out, I'm quite easy on myself. I don't break out, and I have a set of brushes just for me.
Right. I mean, some people wash their brushes like every 2 days or 3 days.
I mean, no, I don't have the time.
No, I don't either.
No.
So then I love to shop in the natural, apothecaries for oils and different things, and I've stopped using fragrance that has any alcohol in it. So I only use essential oils for my fragrance. So I just bought this Labo, but I'll buy like pure rose oil or just that, and I like to mix them around and layer them a little bit.
Do you find that alcohol irritates your skin, or have you just been in the skincare business long enough to know it's not great? That. Okay.
I mean, why am I spraying fragrance when I'm like doing everything I can to protect my skin, and then so I don't know what I'm going to do with them. My girls are using them a little bit, so They're 22 and 19, and I have to, like, when they come home from college, I'm like, whoa, you know, and they don't really like makeup, but they do like skincare and fragrance.
I mean, it would be pretty bad if they weren't interested in skin, if you had
would.
broken them for skin. So up here, so this excites me. So this looks like formulas in progress. Would that be right?
Exactly. So we are constantly testing. It's one of Dennis's, you know, hard and fast rules that there's a scientific method to the way that you test products, and it's somewhat, you know, it's complicated, you know, the way that he approaches the formulation. So, you know, we start off with maybe like 6 different formulas, and each one has a different variable, and he swaps he's really meticulous about it. And so I test everything. We test it with focus groups. We test it on our team. We test it with our retail partners and our spa partners. And so it's a long process. And sometimes we'll hit it like first try, and then other times it might take us 24 tries or 60 tries.
So are you a couple who are constantly rejecting, constantly sending back and rejecting and saying not enough, not good enough,
well,
don't love it enough?
Dennis rejects more than I do because he has the most sensitive skin out of anybody I know. I'm not so sensitive. And the way that he tests a product is really interesting. He's taught me a lot about like how to think about other people rather than just my own skin concerns and my own like how it's responding to my skin, and where to test it on your face. I mean, like we always put product on our hand.
Yeah, but your hands are so hardy. The skin is so hardy.
There's no pores and oil glands there, and it's just not the right way to do it.
Yeah.
So we send out like, you know, instructions and how to evaluate properly, and so we're constantly in the works.
Is there anything up here that you can tell me about without getting into trouble that you're super excited about? Like what up here is really doing it for you currently?
So I would probably be getting in trouble from my marketing team, but I'm going to just go for it.
I think you should just go for it. I'll deal with them later. Let's go.
So now this is just a working name.
Okay.
But this is something that's coming out. So 2018 is going to be the year of alpha beta. All right. And there's 2 things. I don't actually see the other product that I wanted to show you, but we've got a product that Dennis has been working on for 3 years, and I'm just going to tell you that I'll give you a hint, and I won't.
Okay.
I'm not the greatest at washing my face. Okay. I do it, and I wash my neck and my décolleté and along with my face, but I'm always learning, like, you know, you need to wash your chin more. And I'm like, wow, I just usually wash, like I think about all here and I forget. So in any case, I have a product that I'm testing now that has made me fall in love with washing my face. I'm in love with washing my face. Okay, that's not here, but it is in this alpha beta family.
Okay.
And this is a moisturizer that we have been developing. And I don't think that this is the final formula, but it's coming. It's done. It's signed off. It's in production. And it's launching in the first half of 2018. And it is going to be a treatment moisturizer. And I'm going to get in so much trouble. It's like a post-peel.
I like the way she's actually whispering now, so that just viewers at home won't quite be able to hear, and then she's clean with the marketing people. She's fine. She's not in any trouble.
So it's going to be a post-peel treatment, but it's also going to be something for somebody that hasn't tried to peel before.
Okay.
And they want to tip their toe into the water. This is what it's going to be.
And an experienced peeler would use it post-peel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then you know about this.
Yes.
Do you know about our steamer?
No.
Oh gosh, this is an at-home steamer. I think the cord's wrapped around. If I pull this out, you can sort of see it up above. Oh, and this is one of my favorite things in the world that I want to talk about.
Okay, I'm worried about Carrie's head. Okay.
Okay, so magnifying mirrors. Everyone needs one, and some people say, I don't want to see it.
I have one. I want to see the worst so I can deal with it.
Yes, of course, of course. So I have these, like, you know, on my, everywhere.
Yeah.
The ones with the suction cups. They're in my closet, in my belt, everywhere.
I don't want a mirror that makes me look thin. I don't want a mirror that makes my skin look better than it.
You don't want to pretend that it's not there. And if you see it and you can see, okay, this is what's coming. people think they wake up and they're like, oh my God, I woke up and I had this wrinkle. No, it started like 3 years ago. And you have to, that's why prevention is something that we preach a lot. And this product right here is for all those girls that are in the stores and they're buying, you know, they're working on their smoky eye and they're working on their cat eye and they're working on their brow and all, they've got to work on their skin. So we always want to teach them that they should start by taking care of the skin, the delicate skin around their eye, and then the makeup is like an accent. It's a pleasure. It's artistry. It's not covering.
So were you also, when you developed this product, because it's been a massive success, this product, hasn't it? A huge, huge, big sellout, and in the UK too. In the past few months, it's been one of the products people have asked me most about.
Wow.
Did you develop it not only as a preventative measure, did you also develop it as a treatment measure for people who have existing issues that they'd like to fix?
So here's the sort of the learnings on the box that I love. So this is a cross section of skin. So you've got your hypodermis down here, which is where you have your blood flowing, the fat and all. And then you've got the dermis and then the epidermis, which is the surface. This light treats the entire thickness of the dermis with 4 different colors of light, 4 different wavelengths. So you've got amber, red, deep red, and infrared. And it's building collagen, FDA cleared to build collagen in the entire thickness of the dermis. So it corrects, but it also prevents.
Are you finding more and more that the lines are becoming blurred between what goes on at the surgery and what goes on at home, that people are expecting those results that they would get from walking into a doctor?
I mean, I think for us, that is our position.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know, we're not going to launch a device that isn't going to be something that is
because you've got to bring it because people are expecting it.
Yeah. So even the steamer came out of like, you know, a professional facial in dentist's office. You open up the pores. You help to, you know, ease exfoliation. The skin loves the hydration. It helps your other products work better. It helps clean out your pores. And the idea of, you know, everyone, like women leaning over a pot on their stove is like, it's dangerous. So we control the temperature of the water, we control the steam, and it even shuts off at the right amount of time for the proper steam. So everything is very thoughtfully designed and very specific.
So I see as well that you've got a silk sleep mask. Are you a believer in silk pillowcases or not?
Silk pillowcases and neck rolls. I think it's really important to have a neck roll because you don't want, you know, you don't want to crush the skin on one side of your face. I'm a side sleeper.
I am too.
Okay, so I just like to have a neck roll and it just lifts your head off the pillow. I travel with them, with my pillows and my sleep masks.
So over here you have some old-fashioned soap, which I'm quite interested in. So you have some traditional method, pretty beautiful soap over here. I'm interested in that because that isn't something that's such a kind of low-tech, kind of traditional thing that you wouldn't necessarily expect somebody at the helm of Dr. Dennis Grace to have. Do you still get pleasure from those kind of old bathing rituals?
I do, and I love this brand. It's actually from the Hamptons where summer, and it's just a sweet woman who has this brand, and they're just
really pretty.
They're beautiful. So I put them in the you know, the guest bath. And
lovely.
Dennis loves a good bar of soap. I don't use soap.
Me neither.
No, I mean I will use like essential oils in my bath to cleanse because we're not supposed to use soap. It throws off the pH of our bodies. So
no, I never use soap, but my husband loves soap.
Yeah,
loves it.
Yeah, Dennis and I have a few products that overlap that we both like.
Yeah, right. So is he allowed in here then? so we have an eye situation that he's allowed.
Eye situation.
Oh, that's just your
mine.
eyes.
No, he doesn't. So we do share the same contact lens solution.
Okay.
We use different toothpaste. We use different shampoos. We use different, but we both really love the vitamin C and the retinol. I peel much more than he does. Because he's sensitive, he might peel like once or twice a week, and he loves to use the glow pads. And so yeah, we just.
So how often are you peeling?
Twice a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which strength?
Okay, so I use the extra strength.
Twice a day?
Well, I've been known to. Yes.
There's a dog coming in.
Yogi. I use the extra strength peel. I use the Ferulic and Retinol peel at night. And I use it with the overnight serum, which I am obsessed with.
I've been using this for the past week or so.
Here's my retinol peels. These are phenomenal, and there's so much liquid on here that I actually take it all the way down to my, I do my
So you're doing that one before bed?
Yeah.
And you're doing the alpha beta in the morning?
Because the alpha beta leaves a veil of antioxidants on your skin all day long, and it just smooths your skin so that your makeup doesn't run and your skin is radiant and glowy all day.
So you're going for that in the morning, then you're having your retinol on at night?
Yeah. Have you tried this?
No, I have not.
I'll show you on your hand.
I like how wet it is. There's nothing worse than a pad where you're like dragging it across trying to get the moisture out.
This is phenomenal, and I actually do it on my...
It smells nice, actually.
Yeah. All of our products are naturally occurring fragrances. There's nothing artificial. There's no parabens. We're cruelty-free. We're vegan. We don't use sulfates and.
So you would never go into China. You don't want to be part of that.
We actually might go into China because you don't have to test on animals if you sell on a e-commerce.
Yes, that is true. I know a couple of brands who are about to do that actually.
So and then I'm pretty obsessed with treating the eye area because I'm definitely getting up there, and I have to be very careful and take good care of my eyes, the skin around my eyes. So I'm absolutely in love with this. I think we spoke about the...
Okay, let me tell you. So I used this yesterday and I really loved it. When I got it, I just thought gel, no.
Right.
No. Because I am super dry and super dehydrated, and for me, eye gels are for kids.
Right, that was what I thought too.
I'm not interested in eye gels, but I tried it because I had it. And what I really, really liked about it is I put it on halfway through the day over my makeup, and it didn't move my makeup, and it just plumped things up, made things more moist. And because gels actually dry me.
Really? So no, there's nothing drying in this, and this is a product, if I show you that chart again, because this is so helpful. So Dennis designed this product. His delivery systems are so specific, and he knows just from his work in the lab and skin immunology and vaccines and skin cancer research, he knows delivery systems. So the goal of this product was for when we wake up in the morning and we're puffy and have dark circles and dehydrated. And it's a challenge because when you have puffiness and dehydration at the same time, to fix both is a challenge because you've got to pull the water, the excess fluids out, but at the same time deliver hydration.
Yeah.
So what he did was he built a delivery system that strengthened the epidermis so that you're it's like wearing Spanx on your eyes. The puffiness goes away, it smooths out all the lines, and then he delivers a deep hydration of marine algae to strengthen the skin. And it also has caffeine and a couple of other ingredients to remove the dark circles. And honestly, I'm with you. I'm thinking a gel? No, I need collagen. I need to build collagen.
No, give me a big girl's product.
But this is phenomenal. And I carry it with me because you do get dehydrated throughout the day. And, water is, evaporating, and our moisturizer evaporates off the skin. And so this is just...
I put it around my lips also yesterday.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too.
Okay. So there we have it, our first ever beauty pantry. And this is my new thing now. I have to start calling my bathroom cabinet the beauty pantry. It was such a pleasure to look around and such a joy to have somebody in the industry show such a wide range of brands and products. This is why we never do the corporate videos, because nobody ever wants to talk about other brands. And Carrie was so enthusiastic about it from the start, which is why I decided to make an exception. And I'm so thrilled that we did. Thank you so much.
So much fun. I could talk about beauty all day.
Maybe we'll do it again in London next time.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.